A major insulin producer announces plans to lower prices amid national pressure. Tonight, we're taking a look at the numbers. And new tonight, what we've learned about 2 more teens arrested in connection with a deadly shooting that happened nearly a year ago in Kennewick. But a beautiful day today to start March. Winds and mountain snow are already on their way back, though. The details coming up in your first alert weather forecast.
Now, KAPP local news at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We begin with the wrong-way crash on I-82 that killed 2 children, sent a 3rd child and 2 adult men to the hospital. Tonight, investigators are revealing more about what happened before the crash. KVEW's Emily Goodell explains.
Troopers say when they evaluated the 20-year-old at the hospital after the crash, they found he was likely under the influence of drugs or alcohol. They also determined that it wasn't the first time that night that he had been contacted by troopers. Troopers actually chased after the suspect's vehicle in Ellensburg an hour earlier, saying he was driving 111 miles an hour down I-90. But they didn't have enough evidence to continue the pursuit.
Under current laws that the legislature passed, police officers are not allowed to pursue vehicles unless it's something felonious in nature or a suspected DUI. In this scenario, it was someone speeding really fast, and that's all the troopers had for probable cause at the time. So they had to follow the current law and terminate the pursuit.
Under previous laws, they would have been able to continue after the suspect. To that end, lawmakers are working to pass House Bill 1363, which would loosen restrictions on vehicle pursuits. Coming up, we'll have more on the incident that preceded the crash itself, and what happens next with the suspect. Reporting, I'm Emily Goodell, KAPP Local News.
Thank you, Emily. Now, in addition to the proposal to change the rules about when police can chase someone in a vehicle, state lawmakers are also considering a proposal to lower the limit for DUI. State Bill 5002 would make it so the legal limit for blood alcohol concentration, or BAC, is 0.05 instead of 0.08 as it is right now. Advocates say that would lower the number of drunk driving crashes on our roads, but opponents are worried about the impact that change could have on wineries, breweries, even restaurants, because they say there's no physical sign of intoxication at 0.05. The proposal is awaiting a vote in the state Senate right now. If it passes, it will then move on to the House and start the process all over. Kennewick police say they've arrested 2 more teenagers accused of killing a 17-year-old last April. This makes a total of 4 arrests in the death of Ricardo Rivera. Police say they got a 911 call on April 28th of last year that led them to Rivera, who had been shot. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Witnesses told police at the time they had seen several people running away. In August, police arrested an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old. Just last week, the U.S. Marshal Task Force helped investigators track down a 15-year-old suspect in Burien. And then earlier today, the 4th suspect, a 16-year-old, turned himself in to police in Pasco. Investigators tell us their work is now complete. Let's switch gears here and talk weather. It was a beautiful preview of spring today, but Jason Valentine is tracking big changes in the next 24 hours.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome to midweek. Also, welcome to March. Hope you had a wonderful day today and just a beautiful day. We're going to see more sunshine tomorrow, though we could see a little bit of scattered showers coming into play. But also tomorrow, we have heavy winds on the way, 20 to 35 mile per hour winds for all of our areas. Pretty much starting in the middle of your morning into the afternoon. Heavy winds Friday, just a little off of that. So blustery next 2 days. Also, we expect to see quite a bit of snow in the mountains, especially the eastern slopes of the Cascades. So a lot going on tomorrow. They say March comes in like a lion. Not today. It's waiting, though, for tomorrow. We're going to have definitely lion type conditions. I'll fill you in my full forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Jason. As of today, March 1st, SNAP benefit boosts are done in Washington. These were monthly additions onto food benefits that first started in March of 2020. It added anywhere from $95 to, in some cases, hundreds of dollars to the monthly benefit. Without this addition, there are likely people who will be affected. The additional money was meant to be pandemic relief, and officials say it wasn't supposed to last forever.
We always knew that this was going to go away. But it's a really rough time for that to happen in no small part because inflation, particularly food inflation, is really hurting people.
Eric Williams, who you just heard from with Second Harvest, says need will go up and more people are going to be headed to food banks to supplement the money that's no longer coming in. We've got more details about how this is going to impact families coming up tonight on KAPP Local News at 6. The oldest commercial insulin producer in the country says it's going to cut prices on some of its products and make it so more people covered by insurance have a cap on how much you have to fill to pay your prescription. The Eli Lilly says coming up this fall, it's going to cut the price of Humalog, which is a type of insulin, from around $275 per vial to about $66 per vial. The generic version will drop to $25 per vial starting in May. Now this is cheaper, but it's still a significant cost since most people with diabetes need several vials of insulin per month. Eli Lilly says to work with that, they're creating a $35 per month price cap that should apply for most people with insurance starting immediately. If you don't have insurance, you can get a savings card directly from the company that should give you that same monthly price cap for your prescription. Now, Eli Lilly is making this change voluntarily as lawmakers both at the state and national level are looking to either set or extend price caps on insulin prescriptions. This is also something that President Biden called for in his State of the Union address last month. Today, President Biden praised Eli Lilly for responding to his call for change. But one expert with the Kaiser Family Foundation, which studies healthcare, pointed out when companies make a change without legal regulation, there's really nothing to stop them from raising prices again in the future. Now, speaking of healthcare costs, lawmakers in the Washington State Senate have given their approval to a proposal that would limit the cost most people have to pay directly in order to get an abortion. Senate Bill 5242 would make it so that your insurance can't charge a copay or make you hit your deductible before you can get coverage for an abortion. The Senate vote this week means that this proposal now has to pass the state House, where it could face an uncertain future. A similar proposal stalled in a House committee earlier this year. We have new information tonight about a years-long scheme to sell fake nursing credentials. Federal investigators say 3 Florida schools sold thousands of fake diplomas to would-be healthcare workers. Now states are scrambling to make sure that people caring for patients actually have the training they're supposed to. Only about 1/3 of the people accused of buying those fake diplomas then went on to get licensing exams so they could work in healthcare, according to prosecutors. But it's not clear where they're now working. The Associated Press reports the Washington State Nursing Care Quality Assurance Commission has taken back the registered nurse licenses for more than a dozen people and denied applications for 4 others. Making national headlines tonight, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is once again in the headlines, and here's why. She ran for re-election as one of 9 candidates and didn't win enough votes to advance to the runoff next month. Lightfoot made history when she won her first term in 2019. She was the first Black woman and the first openly gay person to lead America's 3rd largest city. But opponents have blamed her for an increase in crime, and she came in 3rd among the 9 candidates now running for mayor. The top 2 vote getters you see here will go head-to-head in a runoff election coming up next month. New tonight, the TSA says agents stopped someone from bringing an explosive device onto a plane in Pennsylvania. This happened at a relatively small airport about 60 miles north of Philadelphia. Investigators say a 40-year-old man with a ticket to Florida checked a bag that had an explosive device in it. The device showed up during screening. Now, FBI investigators say it seems to be filled with the same materials used to make commercial-grade fireworks. Authorities say when they found the device, they paged the passenger. He was then seen leaving the airport. The FBI arrested him hours later. He's due in court tomorrow afternoon. And air travel, we all know, is really having a moment. Today, President Biden's pick to lead the FAA faced questions from lawmakers in the Senate. Phil Washington doesn't have a lot of experience with airplanes, but he told senators his military service and background running transit agencies gives him a unique perspective. Chris Wynn has the highlights from today's hearing.
In the hot seat on Capitol Hill,
The safety of the traveling public will remain my top priority.
Phil Washington, President Joe Biden's pick to lead the Federal Aviation Administration, answering senators' questions Wednesday at his long-awaited confirmation hearing.
As I look at your record, I see a record where you've got experience with buses, you've got experience with trains. Buses and trains are very different from planes.
Senators grilling Washington, who has years of road and rail transportation experience, but less than 2 in aviation as the CEO of Denver International.
I will own well-intentioned failure, and FAA employees will own their success.
The hearing comes as the FAA investigates an apparent close call at Boston Logan Monday night between two planes that came within 565 feet of colliding, according to Flight Radar 24's preliminary review.
They're really going to want to find out, was there a communications breakdown? Was there a distraction involved?
The FAA says the pilot of a Learjet 60 took off without clearance even after being told to wait, as JetBlue Flight 206 was preparing to land on an intersecting runway and had to take evasive action.
The pilots did a really incredible job. I mean, we came in, it was a scary situation, but it was very smooth.
The incident, one of 5 close calls involving a commercial airliner on a runway this year. In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
Well, we are once again seeing flight delays and cancellations today, but that is mostly because of winter weather hitting both coasts. Here in the Mid-Columbia region, it feels almost like spring, but a big change is coming in the next 24 hours. We're talking about that and still ahead on KAPP Local News at 5. We're going from planes to trains, a push to get new regulations on railways now up for debate in Congress.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more versatility and #1 rated durability and owner experience built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called triple play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just liked triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride, and it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining. I will take that.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale.
Friday through Sunday.
Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
You don't have to go to the East Coast to get a great cheesesteak. Brothers Cheesesteaks right here in Kennewick. Freshly sliced tender ribeye, your choice of classic cheeses, and a toasty French baguette. What are you waiting for? Brothers Cheesesteak? It's not good. It's the bomb!
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
I didn't sleep last night.
Live with Kelly and Ryan, weekdays at 9 on KAPP.
Tonight, we're tracking developing news from Greece, where dozens of people are dead after a passenger train and a freight train slammed head-on into each other late last night. Right now, rescue crews are still searching for survivors. The Prime Minister of Greece says there will be a full investigation into this crash. It says so far it appears it was a tragic human error. Here in the U.S., new efforts are underway in Congress to prevent another toxic train derailment like the one we saw in East Palestine, Ohio. A bill just introduced today would impose new safety regulations and financial consequences for railroads. ABC's Lindsay Watts has a look at the bipartisan legislation that comes just after yet another train derailment.
New images of the aftermath of that fiery train derailment in Ohio. A plume of smoke rising into the sky, the black cloud eventually blanketing the small town of East Palestine. Nearly a month after the crash, a bipartisan group of lawmakers wants new regulations to prevent this devastation in another community. A Senate bill introduced today addresses regulatory issues, including why the state of Ohio didn't know about the hazardous load on the train. Republican J.D. Vance spoke on Fox News.
We would make it so that Norfolk Southern and other rail companies have to label these trains as high hazardous so that local authorities know what's actually on these trains.
Vance and Democrat Sherrod Brown co-sponsored the bill. The senators from Ohio with radically different ideologies finding common ground.
I don't know Senator Vance well, but he's seeing the same things I'm seeing. He's talking to a lot of the same people I'm talking to.
The bill would also set train crews at a 2-person minimum and require long-haul railroads to pay for hazardous materials training for local first responders. The bill introduced one day after another derailment, this one happening Tuesday in Florida, south of Tampa.
Can you identify the hazardous material?
Officials say the train was carrying 30,000 gallons of liquid propane, but so far there has been no leakage. Evacuations could be ordered if that changes. Crews now monitoring the air quality in the area. The bipartisan bill introduced today is called the Railway Safety Act. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer saying it's precisely the kind of bill we need to see in Congress, and he'll work to move it forward for a vote. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Again, hope you've had a wonderful day today. Staying warm, even warmer as we get into tomorrow and Friday. But winds pick up tomorrow, and we have got quite a lot of mountain snow to talk about tomorrow, specifically in the Cascades. So we have a winter weather advisory. We do expect 6 to 12 inches, of new snow and up to 45-mile-per-hour sustained winds. So gusts could be even higher. So tomorrow, if you're heading towards the west side of the state, do take precautions and also check conditions before you head out the door. Blustery and snow. That is some tough driving conditions. So let's take a look at our futurecast. This is what we're looking at tonight. And as we move into our overnight period, we have that system coming in. So the snow in the Cascades. Our areas, we're just going to see some occasional showers, again, in the form of rain to snow, rain-snow mix. So as we move further into the morning hours and into the afternoon, again, just scattered showers, very possible. It should be pretty quick, though, if it comes. It doesn't look like there's much sustained showers, but that's going to be persisting into Friday when we just have these random little cells coming in. So we'll keep a closer eye on that as we get closer to Friday. So our temperature trend, we are staying warm. We're actually going to be boosted up just a bit as we get into tomorrow, Friday, and for the Tri-Cities, even Saturday, but then cooling down into our next work week starting on Sunday with those mid-40s. So just a bit cooler temperatures in our first full week of March, which is, of course, next week. So our wind outlook, heavy winds, I've been talking about it, 20 to 35 mile-per-hour winds tomorrow. This is for the Tri-Cities, so a little bit more extreme wind going into Ellensburg and the Pendleton areas. A little bit off of that, but still 20 mile-per-hour for the Tri-Cities. And then we slow down into the weekend and into our next work week. And one reason we're cooling down next week, just by a bit, we're seeing those winds coming in from the north, so that is going to cool us down. But these southwest winds will continue to warm us up. So we are still off of our average for this time of year. Yakima, you're 6 degrees off, but pretty darn close in our overnight period. As we move over to the Tri-Cities, pretty similar conditions, 6 degrees off. But hey, our overnight low is above the average, and we do expect to see warmer conditions overnight, especially for the mid-Columbia. So our spring countdown, everyone. Daylight savings time, just 11 days away. St. Patrick's Day, 16 days away. And spring, again, less than 3 weeks away. Can't wait. Overnight tonight, we are looking at above freezing for the Tri-Cities alone. And other than that, mid to upper 20s, lower 30s. Should be pretty calm until very early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, scattered showers with that heavy snow into the Cascades and very windy tomorrow, so batten down the hatches. As we look at our 7-day forecast, we're going to remain warm for the week ahead. Overnight lows for the Tri-Cities actually above the freezing level for the next 3 overnight periods through Friday late night. And more sunshine than not. We're keeping an eye on some possible shower activity, light showers for Saturday. As we move into the Yakima region, 48 by Friday, and then those mid-40s as we get to Saturday into our next work week. Overnight lows in those mid-20s, but still, for the week ahead, more sunshine than not. So folks, Tomorrow, get ready for heavy winds starting in the mid-morning hours and heavy snow in the Cascades and scattered showers for our areas, but those temperatures will be warmer.
Thanks, Jason. Well, if that blustery forecast has you thinking about maybe doing some indoor activities, how about heading to Yakima for Yakima Valley College's Mr. Burns, a post-electric play? The director says this is about a group of people coming together in a post-apocalyptic world to entertain themselves by telling tales about what they used to watch on TV, including The Simpsons, and how those tales eventually evolve into something entirely different decades later.
Anyone that grew up watching The Simpsons will love this play. There are references throughout the entire play to different episodes, and also I think it's very visually appealing.
Tickets are $5 for students of any age and $10 for everyone else. Performances are at 7:30 at YVC's Kendall Hall, coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Up next on KAPP KVEW Local News, social media companies are under pressure to answer for their alleged impact on the mental health of children and teens. Tonight, the change TikTok is now promising.
Weather alert today. KAPP KVEW Local News First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
Welcome Home is your guide to better living in the Tri-Cities Yakima area, with local experts who share trends and styles, giving you ideas for that next home upgrade. Next time, getting a new roof, plus we'll show you how to improve your kitchen and bath, discover a great place for buying spring plants, and find out about gas fireplaces. Then meet the man to call if your house is suddenly damaged.
Welcome Home, Saturday night at 8 on KAPP KVEW.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll be talking about a fundraiser for a Pasco cheerleading squad.
And Jill, some heavy winds are expected tomorrow with some possible shower activity. All the details. Folks, we hope you join us on your Thursday morning tomorrow.
You may be eligible for a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your entertainment destination for more choice, more fun, more often. You choose. Dine at one of our 9 restaurants, fast food, sit down, or a special occasion. Plan a date night movie, bowling for the whole family, or grab a seat and stay a while. It's all here at Wild Horse, your best choice for fun every day.
Join us March 18th for America's favorite rock and country band, Little Texans. Tickets on sale now.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Our certified country exclusive with Blake Shelton.
How much do you miss Gwen and the boys when you're out on the road?
The whole reason I'm even stepping away from The Voice is so I can just be there more.
Next, ET. Tonight at 7 on KAPP KVEW.
Trending tonight, with rising concerns about how social media may be impacting children and teens, we're starting to see companies respond. TikTok now says over the next few weeks, it'll put automatic 1-hour daily limits on any accounts whose users are under 18. This is actually something that TikTok's parent company has already been forced to do in China for the past 2 years because the government there is trying to curb internet addiction. So here in the U.S., TikTok says teen users will have to enter a passcode. It's supposed to make them think twice about continuing to scroll after that hour is up. For users under 13, parents will have the passcode, and it only gives an additional 30 minutes of time on the app. You can also decide to opt out of those automatic limits. Looking locally now, more than 30 vendors will be set up Saturday in the Pasco High School cafeteria. This is a fundraiser for the school's cheer team. They're raising money to go to summer camp this year. Head cheer coach Melissa Wright says they haven't been to camp in a very long time. She says the trip doesn't just strengthen the team's skills, it also plays a big role in team bonding.
There's tons of UCA or NCA cheerleaders that help with stunting, and so they get that. But the biggest thing is the team bonding that happens over the summer when you go away to camp versus just, like a regular practice.
The first annual Trinkets and Treats pop-up event. There will be clothing, tumbles, soaps, candles, glass art, crystals, vintage band tees, and so much more. It's open from 10 to 4 on Saturday. Again, that's at the Pasco High School cafeteria, and it supports Bulldog cheerleaders. We'll have one final look at your weather when we come back. And still ahead, World News Tonight has a closer look at the plans to reduce insulin prices from one major company here in the U.S. That's coming up tonight at 5:30.
Weather Alert Today. KAPP Local News First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
Tonight, the toxic waste removed from the train derailment. Where's it headed? Plus, the West Coast digs out and braces for more snow and heavy rain. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click.
Amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back in the bag.
Okay.
The new Samsung Galaxy S23, free for everyone from US Cellular.
Stan, who is that? Okay, Roy, I went to the basement, found a weird portal, went through, found myself in a prehistoric valley, talked to a couple dinos, told them about Triple Play. They wanted to check it out. Here we are.
Wow. Hi, Roy.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She'll leave whenever we're ready. I'm ready.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
What's better than the perfect cut of meat for a tasty meal? That's easy. The perfect cut of meat on sale.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only with great savings on USDA Choice Boneless Beef New York Steak, $7.98 a pound. Boneless Beef Sirloin Tip Roast, $3.98 a pound. Prairie Fresh Boneless Pork Loin Roast, $1.98 a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only. The savings are sizzling.
Next extra, Dame Helen Mirren on conquering the DC Universe against Shazam.
You are very menacing.
How she's shaking up the Shazamly with fellow baddie Lucy Liu. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on KAPP.
Welcome back. I hope you got a chance to enjoy the spring preview like I did today, because we are bracing for another blast of wintry weather. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect.
We had a beautiful day today, but we have changes coming tomorrow. We have that heavy snow coming to the Cascades starting very early tomorrow morning. Winds, they're going to start right about mid-morning into the afternoon. We're going to see 20 to 35 mile per hour sustained winds. So batten down the hatches, folks. It's going to be a blustery Thursday and a little less, but still quite windy on Friday. And then scattered rain snow mix for our areas. Best chances will be very early tomorrow morning for the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, and just a scattered cell here and there for all of our areas throughout today. And it looks like Friday afternoon as well. So stay safe and just prepare for those winds tomorrow.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. KAPP Local News is back tonight at 6, and you can find the latest anytime on our website, yaktrinews.com.